this is Sam for developerbackpack.com. Today we are looking at some refactoring ideas, and specifically one called Encapsulate collection. Let's take a look. Okay, let's jump right in. Let me give you a quick overview of our solution. So I have two projects in here, one called mock application. It has a simple program, the main file over here. And the other is my library, which I'm going to use to illustrate our refactorings. So the one we're using today is called the order. It's a really simple class. You can see it has a order lines property, and it has a field called order lines. Order line basically has one property called total, and that's about it. Alright, now before we get into our refactoring, I want to illustrate what is actually wrong with how we set up our order class. Now you'll notice that with the order lines collection, we have both a getter and a setter. What this means is that the consuming class, or the consumer of this class, will be able to directly retrieve order lines and set order lines. So let's illustrate that over here. So over here I'm going to do a new order.orderlines.add new order line, and I'm going to set the total to, let's set this to 12, yeah, 1 2 3, that'll be fine. Okay, and let's add another order line. Order lines.add new order line, and then we'll add another one. Let's set this total to be 3 4 5. Okay, so it's pretty straightforward, right? So we're initializing a new online order, and we've added two items. One which has a total of 1 2 3, and the other one which has a total of 3 4 5. Now the problem with this is that if we need to make modifications before the order line is actually added to the online order, then we put ourselves in a bit of a fix, because that means that we will have to add some logic here to test states of the online order. This is not good. This is a bad practice, because we do not want the internals, this order lines collection, to be exposed to this main method. So let's see how we can fix this using the encapsulate collection method. Okay, so back to our order class, and what we're going to do is that we are going to get rid of this setter and make the order lines property read only. That means that you cannot, the consumer of this class cannot directly call this internal collection. We do not want to expose that to the caller of this order class. So what we're going to do instead is we're going to create a new public void add order line method, which is going to accept a new order line. Okay, let's use the completion over there, and we are gonna, and like I said before, so we might want to do some extra processing before the order line is actually added to the order. So in this case, let's do this. So we have an order total field. We are going to increment this to the total, and then we're gonna call our internal order lines collection and add the new order line. Okay, and then we're gonna do the same to remove an order. So public void remove order line, pass in an order line like that, and then we'll do the same to the total. Order total minus equals order line dot total, and then we will call our internal order lines collection, and then call the remove method to get rid of our order line. Now what this does is that it basically, as the word, now if you understand the word encapsulate means to hide details. And what we're doing here is hiding the details or the internal order lines collection so that the caller or the consumer of this order class does not have direct access to it. This helps a lot if you need to, you know, like I said before, do some processing or add some kind of business logic before you actually add the collection and maybe persist it to a data store. And it can save you a lot of headache when, you know, to prevent unexpected results when people randomly call, you know, your collection and they can add and remove. Okay, so let's make one last change over here, IEnumerable, so that this collection can be iterated over. And when we go back to our program, you can see that we no longer have access to be able to add and remove items directly from our internal order lines collection. The only way we can do that now, if I'm going to delete this, is to do this: online order dot add order line, and then new order line, set the total to be 1, 2, 3 like before, and I can remove as well, dot remove new order line. All right, so 1, 2, 3. Right, this is it's a trivial example, so I'm not gonna flesh this whole class out, but this is just to illustrate the concepts of being able to essentially hide the internal collection from the consumer of your online order. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please subscribe to my channel and look out for more videos in this new series called Refactoring Ideas.